Hello, love, and welcome back to Love and Peace and Happiness Tarot. I'm here to do a personal reading today. It's a personal reading. You can have one too. Just go buy it and we'll get it in for you. Today, we're going to talk for you about cycles of overgiving. And I want to thank you, Andrea, for getting your personal reading with me. And for whatever is going to come out in this message, not just for me, but for all the others who will choose to observe this message, and it will actually resonate with their soul as well. But thank you for allowing me to be the one to channel these messages through for you. So we're talking about overgiving, putting the needs of the others over the needs of the self, and how to be protective of yourself where it's called for. Where you will just know what energy is for you and what's not for you. So they're saying, before we pull any cards, I hear it will be very beneficial for you to just really familiarize yourself with your feelings. And the thing is, your life has taught you to have feelings, but not honor what those feelings tell you. For example, when a child grows up in an abusive home, those feelings that child has automatically tell them to protect themselves. This is an unhealthy situation, but the child cannot go anywhere. So the child learns to sit there and tolerate unhealthy treatments, abusive connections, and unhealthy behaviors because it's a child. Where's it going to go? These are its parents, and they're just fucking fighting all the time. So there's this relearning your feelings and understanding that they are feelings is going to help you very much in this process. Understanding that a lot of the way your responses have been to things are fashioned based off of what you observed and what you lived earlier in your life. But now, I also hear, we want you to also be aware, but in your choice of being somebody who knows how to give and how to receive and where to protect your energy, you made a decision that that's what you wanted. It's done on the spiritual realm. Now your physical life is going to show you more of how that unfolds. So as you choose that, understand that your life is going to present opportunities to you. You're going to feel the need to protect yourself. You're going to recognize the need for yourself over what somebody else is trying to evoke from you. And it's going to be the opportunity, the gem, so to speak, to help you raise those muscles up, right? So you're going to have to get stronger in this. So as this is a desire on your heart, your life will evoke in your experiences, your energy will evoke in your experiences, opportunities for you to do what you want to do, what is best for you, what honors yourself, to give in reciprocation, which is going to require stop giving to certain shit that is not reciprocal. Certain things will present themselves where ones want to take advantage of you, but you'll know that, it's not unhealthy. It's not healthy for you. How can you protect yourself? And no, be very in tune with your own feelings. It's that person that calls you and says, hey, can you do this? And your mouth says yes, but you're like, fuck, why did I say yes? I didn't want to say yes. That's someplace where, on second thought, I'm not able to do that for you. I have a prior obligation or whatever it is. I heard, and remember that you can always change your mind in this, because in the beginning of this, I hear at the outset, you will have a lot of times where the awareness of the difference you want to do is an afterthought. In the beginning, it will always be an afterthought. But the more you get in tune with that and honor that afterthought and are proud of yourself, no matter how pissed off they are about them, about your decision, about the way you respond to them, the more you honor, fuck, I'm proud of myself. I did that. This one person that's always asking me for shit, I always say yes, but it feels like crap. This time I said no. That was scary, but I fucking did it. That's what it's going to feel like in the beginning. You got to understand that that's what it's going to feel like. It's going to feel different. It's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel unnatural, because what it is you're actually going to be going against your nature. So what are the messages? What do we have to share with Andrea about these cycles of overgiving? Let's start with the Mahabharata Oracle for you. We're looking for guidance messages for Andrea at this time, please. Guidance messages, specifically the most valuable guidance to support this new energy for Andrea. She's in a brand new energy of balance in her interhuman connections, of balance in reciprocal connections. What can we say to support that? What can we say to support the balance in her interpersonal connections for Andrea at this time? What's the guidance? What's the most valuable guidance at this time? Well, I'm here. What do I hear? What do I hear? What do I hear? What do I hear going on my internal conversation when I'm looking at this person or this opportunity? What is that internal conversation telling me? Is it telling me you should do it to be a good person, or is it telling me I should do it because this is what I really want to do? What is my internal conversation telling me? Pay attention to if the internal conversation is guiding you to do what somebody else wants you to do for them, or what you know you need to do because it's best for you and it feels right. We have strength. Remember that you've got the strength. You've got the strength. And notice how that is this whole, it looks like a fucking watermelon. It looks like a watermelon to me. There's a giant watermelon behind the head. There's a bunch of seeds inside of a watermelon. There's a bunch of seeds of thought in here. The seeds of the fruit. So while you're looking at them, there's an internal conversation happening that is showing you the fruits that will grow from the seeds of doing this. That's one way. If I do this for this person now, what happens down the road with this person? Will they come to me again for it? Every action has a lot of seeds. What seeds is this action taking? If every action is like a watermelon, it plants a lot of seeds, has a lot of seeds in it. Is it the seeds that I want to be planting? Am I supporting healthy habits? Am I supporting myself in this, or have I completely left my own well-being out of this? What are the seeds of this? Also remembering how many times ones have asked and asked and asked and then asked and asked and asked and asked and asked. And again, the question comes up for you. Did it ever get better in that? And, is this actually making it better? What is being planted with this action? Okay. All right. The universe is delivering things into your experience, and your job is to decide what kind of seed would this action be sowing. In my own feelings, does it feel good to do this? Because if it feels good to do this, regardless of the response, you're doing it because it feels good, and that's the only reason you should be doing anything. Going to work feels better than not going to work, because I can pay my bills when I go to work. What do you know? Oh, and it's a bonus when I love what I do when I go to work. That's just a bonus on top. Yeah, that's just a bonus on top. So I do what I do because I love what I do. I do what I do because I love the benefits that come through. I do what I do, and it's intentional, and it's a decision. And I do it because of what I'm going to get for doing it. Okay, if all you get for doing it is a good feeling, that's enough. That's enough. But it's got to be actually good feeling, not a fuck, I did that for them, now I can't do this for me, I hear. And I did that for them, and they're just going to want me to do it again. That's not a good feeling. That's a resentful feeling. If it's going to harbor resentment or animosity in you, if it's going to harbor ill will or ill feeling in you, then that's not something you should do. So what seed is taking this action going to plant? And then I also hear, and what seed are they planting in my life? I hear, what seed are they planting in my life? This is still looking like a whole fucking watermelon back there. Yeah. What seed is this planting in my life? Is this person pouring love and abundance and prosperity into me by their words, by their actions, by their deeds? Or is this person just consuming from me? And I hear something I used to say a lot of time related to international trade. If you take all the money out of your pocket and put it in your neighbor's pocket, pretty much what's going to end up happening is all the money's going to end up in your neighbor's pocket, and you ain't going to have no money left in your pocket. So there's something there. It's like, it's got to be an interchange of energy, especially because what I would think about was buying a bunch of shit that breaks down all the time. It doesn't last. Low quality shit that doesn't last, that breaks. You end up with nothing. They end up with all the money. The money still has the value, okay? But they've sold you a lemon. They've sold you a hunk of junk, okay? Is this a lemon? I heard, is this a lemon? Or is this actually a quality item? In other words, are you settling for shit that is mediocre or less than satisfying or underwhelming completely, where you could be getting something that actually works? Sometimes you're going to have to pay more in the front end to get a better quality product, I hear, because the cheap shit is real readily available. So what I'm getting is you're going to have to it's almost like hold out and store up your reserves to get something of better quality. Yeah, because you can throw them this little bit of energy, this little bit of time, this little bit of money, and you will get some love, but it's going to be short and fleeting until they need the next shit or until you say no. That's what I'm getting. All right, let's go next for you into the numerology guidance cards. What is the most valuable messages of guidance that we have for Andrea right now about these cycles of overgiving? She's ready to change the cycles in her life. She's ready to honor herself. She's ready to honor herself. She's ready to have reciprocal connections. She's ready to protect her energy. She's ready to know when she should open and when she should protect her energy. She's ready to know these things. And what do you have as the most valuable message of guidance for her from here? Wow. 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 I'm fucking floored. If you would understand that love and self-love, love only exists where there is self-love. If you can't do it from self-love, it's not being done from love. I heard it's being done from a place of fucking ego. Ooh, yeah, completion. That's done. That's fucking done. When you understand that so much of the shit that you did before was for your ego. Well, I got to be the good sister. I got to give all my money to that charity so I could be a good person. I have to do it because, it's me, so I could be a good person. Stop trying to be a fucking good person to everybody else. You got to be a good person to yourself. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander, my grandmother used to say all the time. And she's coming through, and you know what? It's like you're going to recognize what you have to give needs to come from a place of self-love. If it's not love, if it's not including self-love, okay? So you may be giving them because I love them, but it fucking hurts you. Nah, that's not love. That's not love. You're giving from a place of ego. Your ego wants to be satisfied. Well, I'm the one that did that for you. Now you owe me. Now I'm better than you. Now I'm more successful than you. You need me. Fuck that. The ego really wants to be needed. And bitch, you need that ego to keep yourself in check. That's what you need. So you can see, like, am I really doing this because of love, or am I doing this because that person will think better of me if I do this? Ooh. And when I say bitch, I mean beautiful, intelligent, talented, honest, and creative and honest. Yes. Yeah. Beautiful, intelligent, talented, creative, and honest. Let your love be that way. Let your love be a real bitch. If it's bringing more beauty, intelligence, talent, creativity, and honesty into your life, boom, it's for you. If it's bringing destruction, dismay, depression, defeat into your life, that's not for you. You're not supporting those energies. Have you been supporting the energy of defeat? They're always defeated. I fucking need your help. I need your help. I've been defeated again. Can you help me? And you do it and you feel like crap. You know why? Because you're like, fuck, I didn't work so hard to throw it down a fucking black hole. Ooh, it wasn't an act of love or self-love. It didn't check the box of self. If it doesn't check the box of self-love, it's not checking the box of love. If it doesn't check the box of self-love, it's not checking the box of love. Now, why are you doing it? You're left with your ego, I hear. You're left with your ego. Well, I got to be better than the next person. I got to be better than them. I got to be the good person. I got to be the right one. I was right. I told you that if you did that, you were going to end up in the situation. So let me be the hero to you now. All that shit out the window, gone. We're not doing that no more. We're not playing that way no more in this, is what I hear. We're not playing that way no more in this, is what I hear. Let's get you something from the Metaphysical Cannabis deck. I'm just using whatever decks were up here. I got a couple new ones that I haven't opened yet. Let's see if we end up opening them now or if that's going to be saved for another collective. I'm not sure yet. I'm waiting to see if they want me to use that here. But let's see what we have. She is ready. She is ready for some huge change in her life. She's ready to reclaim her power, to honor her divine self, to honor her beautiful, authentic heart, and to understand her ego better. Yeah, she's ready to enhance and allow space for reciprocal connections in her life. She's ready to do that. Yeah. So what do we have for guidance for her at this time? Thank you for guiding Andrea at this time in this energy of balancing everything on self-love. I heard balancing everything on self-love. Everything is balancing on self-love. That's how you will do it, by balancing it all on self-love, all of it. You know, when you do go work at the soup kitchen and you do give to the poor, it's because it's an act of self-love. You do it for the part of yourself that shows up in them. And you don't expect shit back from them. You don't expect a paycheck from the soup kitchen. And you don't expect the homeless person to pay you back. If you could do it that way, because of self-love, because it makes me feel better to know that I can contribute to that cause, then you do it. And if it feels like, oh, I need you to do this for me, because if you don't do it, I don't know what I'm going to do, and all of that stuff. And it's like, well, I have to be the hero because, you know, you didn't fucking listen to me before, or I'm the one that has to save everybody, or I've done this a million times and the result is still the same. You still need the same thing for the same cause again. Okay. That's not what you want to do. It feels terrible when you do that. I'm hearing it feels terrible when you do that. And that's the thing. That's why we said we want you to get more in tune with how you're feeling and honoring how you're feeling. Is this a choice of self-love or not? If this person never honors their part of the agreement, will I be hurt or will I still be happy I made this choice? If I do this for this one now, what comes down that road? And is that what I want to experience more of in my life? Let's see. Guidance for you. Okay, this one fell out. Beyond. Wow, look at this. And it's an angel embracing a person. Look at the angels love you for all that you've done. It's time to go beyond that. You don't have to prove yourself anymore, I hear. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. You never did. You've been trying to prove yourself to be an angel, to be a good person. Did you figure that out yet? Because the only one you were trying to prove it to is yourself. But the angel doesn't have to. So somebody once told this beautiful woman, you're like an angel to me. And this beautiful woman told the person who told her that, well, angels don't live in hell. If they're making your life hell and you've realized that you are really a good person, I don't have to prove that to myself or anybody else anymore. You don't have to live in hell either. What do you know? If it feels like living in hell, that's definitely an unhealthy feeling. That's not self-love. There's a reason why it feels like living in hell. It is not good for you. All right. Let's get the Shaman's Dream Oracle out. Oh, I didn't take it out of the deck yet. You didn't even open it up yet. You haven't even opened this up yet. Watch when you open it up. Watch when you open it up. Remember, everything is for a reason. You've been breezing on by it. I hear you've been breezing on by it. You haven't even opened it up yet. When you open this up, it's going to feel so liberating. Liberating. And remember that the same thing that's been required of you is required of each one, which is love and self-love. So there's somebody who's complaining to you about doing shit all the time. I fucking hate that I gotta do this every day. I hate that it's gone this way, blah, blah, blah. Hold on. You got a choice on how you're gonna spend your day. Ain't no have to. The only thing you have to is eat, breathe, sleep, and shit. And you don't even have to do that if you don't want to. I mean, it wouldn't be comfortable or healthy. But you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody has to do anything. You don't have to. You've already proven your beautiful heart. You've already proven. Okay. And the angel side of you is like, listen, baby, stop trying to prove to these folks what you are. Stop looking for recognition from them. You got the recognition from me, I hear. Stop looking for recognition from them. You've got the recognition from me. You're doing it all to receive and embrace. It hasn't happened. It's not going to happen the way you would hope it would. The embrace that you're actually looking for is from you, from spirit. Okay, letting you know that you are good, you are worthy, and you are deserving. What's the guidance for Andrea, please? Thank you. It says Dragon's Horde, protecting the future. Yes, protecting the future. I heard, because if you don't get this popping, you know, you're going to end up dwindling away all your savings and your retirement and all that shit. You've been easily persuaded in the past, but now you know that there is something here worth protecting. Now, the dragon is a creature who is extremely loyal and protective. Yeah, so you are loyal and protective. Just make sure that what you're being loyal to and protective of is something of great value. In other words, they're doing the best they can. They really are. And the best they can is not just sitting around and letting somebody else do it for them. Now I want to help them because I see this person giving their all. They're giving their everything to do this, to better themselves, to better their life, to better their experience, to leave the world a better place. That's what I want to invest in because I believe in what they're doing. Now, this one over here is sitting on their ass, bitching and complaining all day because they ain't got this and they ain't got that. I don't want to support that energy. That's not what I want to support. I want to support something other than that. I'm not even going to look at that no more. I'm going to look over here at what is a productive energy that I want to see more of in my life and in my world. That's what I will invest in. If it doesn't look like that, I'm not doing it. That's what I heard. If it doesn't look like that, I'm not doing it. All right. The enchanted map is asking to be opened up. Brand new. Thank you, Malibu. I don't know if you're going to see this mean because it's reading because it's a personal, but this is Malibu. Send me. I love that she loves to send me hordes of cards at the same time. So they all show up when they show up, but she orders me several decks at once, and I'm so grateful for every deck that I have. I have made my, I've updated my wish list, so check out the new link below. It's not the same link it was. If you want to send, anybody want to send gifts, but yeah, I've updated that, and let's get this popping and opening up a fresh deck to get you some more guidance for your message today. This is my first time. You know, I looked at this deck for so long, the Enchanted Map from Colette Baron Reid. I've been looking at this deck for a long time, and for whatever reason, I just didn't buy it for myself yet. And that's okay because now it came in as a gift. Isn't that perfect? All right. These things, they open them like they don't want them. I mean, they package them like they don't want them to be used. Okay, got it. All right. Woo. First card out for you. What is the most valuable message we have from the Enchanted Map of Guidance for Andrea, please, at this time? What's the most valuable message we have at this time for Andrea of Guidance, please and thank you? Most valuable message of guidance for Andrea at this time. Okay. Oh, here it is. Heal the Ouch, card number 38. It says heal the ouch. Oh my God, I love it. It's a fox with the ice bag on his head. Do you have a headache from this shit? I'm tired of thinking about this shit. If it gives you a headache, stop. Okay, just stop. Oh. Some of this stuff is really going to give you a headache. Figuratively or literally, you're going to be changing strong synaptic patterns, and that could physically hurt your head. That will, so this is, synaptic patterns are why people try to stop smoking, but they can't. Synaptic patterns are why people try to leave certain relationships, but they can't, and they always go back because the brain is so used to doing shit the same way. You got to understand that as you're making these changes, it's not going to feel right. It's not going to feel comfortable. And it could literally hurt your head because you're changing long-held beliefs. The more you've taken a specific course of action, the more those synaptics are lit up in your brain every time anything that triggers that is brought up in you. So how do you change it? First off, recognize you have the power. Second off, make your choices for love, and make sure that self-love box is checked. Otherwise, it's not really love. You have a right to protect your future. You have a right to protect the value that you have now, so there's still a value in the future. And you don't have to prove yourself to anybody. Yeah. And heal the ouch, okay? It takes some time. You've been healing things that have been deeply ingrained, I'm hearing. Yeah. It's card number 38. 3 and 8, Empress and Strength energy. And you did have the Strength card here from this one. So Empress and Strength energy. Listen, you got to heal the hurt. Heal the hurt from the mother woundings, the father woundings, the parental woundings, all the bullshit that has happened where you've given love and love and love and love. And you were so loyal to the point where you were so loyal to somebody else that you betrayed loyalty to self. No more. No more. No longer will I say it with me. I will always be loyal to myself above loyal to anybody else, in a place of love, peace, and happiness. That's the thing. If some of this stuff, if you hear it and you don't know that we're all founded on and grounded in love, peace, and happiness, the shit could be real dark. But see, if it's self-love, you won't do anything to anybody else that is not love, because what you put out comes back to you. But at the same time, you won't tolerate shit that disrespects the love of self, because that says, hey, come and fuck with me because I want somebody to come fuck with me, and I approve that message. That's okay. No, we're not doing that no more. The honoring of the self is important. So I'm being added to pull the tarot cards. Let's get some messages for you from the tarot. I'm seeing the 7-card gypsy spread. So I'll pull you 7 cards quickly and see what else we can add to your message. I trust that what needed to come through has come through. And I felt a shift earlier in the energy. I felt a couple. I felt a very strong shift with the self-love. If it checks the self-love and the love box energies that came through. I also felt a very strong energy shift for you in the whole, you don't have to prove yourself to nobody. You don't have to prove that you're a good person to nobody thing. Because I hear that's what you've been doing a lot of, is trying to prove who you are and how good you are and what a nice person you are, your good intentions, your loving heart. Your love is not to prove to them. Either they see it or they don't. They will know it or they won't. And none of it has anything to do with you. When you remember that everything that's going on inside of your head, heart, and your energy is to deal with you, and what's going on inside of their head, heart, and energy has to do with them. Even their responses to you and even your responses to them. So when your energy says, ew, I don't want that around me, I don't like that, there's a reason. And usually that's because whatever purpose there is complete, or your energy is simply rejecting it because it's not on the same frequency. Y'all are on different frequencies. Your energy is letting you know. All right, let's get this 7-card spread for Andrea, please, to confirm everything that we talked about here. I hear in the past, the Princess of Wands, I heard I would eat fire. You were eating fire to try to prove to these people that you had talent, that you were good, that you were worthy. Okay, but you learned something. You were like, hold on a second. I don't have to do this. You started backing off from it. You said, I don't have to eat fire. But all of a sudden you figured out you don't have to eat fire in order to prove yourself to these people. In other words, you can say shit that pisses you off and you're still a good person. What do you know? I heard even Jesus went to the temple and overturned the temple collectors' tables and told them about their self at one point. Okay. In the current energy, you have the 7 of Wands, and there it is, the energy of protection. Everybody stands up for themselves. You feel bad in standing up for yourself, not no more, because you're realizing everybody's always standing up for themselves. Everybody's always standing up for themselves. Some of us will stand together. Some of us do not have a part in this march. Some of us are not part of this movement. I'm not the only one who's standing up for myself, and it's all of us standing up for ourselves. They say you are fully supported 7 days a week, honey. Okay, in the hidden blessing here, you have the Chariot. Yeah, you have this opportunity to let go and move forward. issue surrounding a car could arise. And if it does, that issue surrounding the car, handle it from a place of confidence and knowing that you are overcoming challenges and difficulties. If there's been something wrong on your car for a while and you ain't took care of it because, well, you know, I might need that money for something else, you better use that money for what the fuck you see you need to fix on your car before it gets called to something else. Okay, and I also heard the hidden blessing is you could tell somebody, well, I have my own things I need to take care of right now, so no. I heard that. The challenge for you is the Four of Pentacles with the power energy. Four of Pentacles energy, the challenge is to protect your heart. You are relating, I heard you've been relating your feelings of value and worth of self to what their perspective is of you. That's yours. It's yours alone. They have no influence over your worth and your value. You need to guard that and make it your responsibility. Stop giving your most precious value, your love, your affection, your home, your prized possession to somebody else and say, here, you take care of it. That motherfucker already dropped theirs all day long. Like, they ain't even got pieces of theirs left. Now you want to let them take care of yours. Don't do that shit. In your environment, you have the 9 of Cups. You have this opportunity for happiness available here for you, but it comes in emotional independence. There's a whole community. I told you there's a whole community here that is standing up for what they believe in. And in the streets, there's a saying that says, stand for something or you'll fall for anything. You are standing for your personal happiness, for your emotional independence, and there's a whole troop of folks doing the same thing. You will only align with them as you honor that energy. Guidance for you at this time. 8 of Cups. It says the word indolence. The 8 of Cups is about emotionally disconnecting from experiences and minding your fucking business, because what you're emotionally disconnecting from does not move forward with you because it's not part of the 9 of Cups. Happiness. Yes. Outcome energy. What's the results for you? The results for you is freedom and liberation with the Judgment card. A lot of people will become part of your past, just like that memorial wall there. But that's okay. A lot of experiences will be part of your past. This means you have taken all the lessons from the past. You're not allowing yourself. I heard everybody plays a fool sometimes. Yeah, that may be true, but the fact is you don't have to play the fool every time. You've already seen how you played yourself for a fool because you didn't do things out of self-love. You did things to try to prove yourself as worthy or loving to somebody else. You know what worthy they love. You know, if they don't see you worthy of love, honey, you don't need that shit in your life. You don't have to prove the worthiness of love to somebody who really wants to love you. Yeah, the bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Cups with pleasure. And this is connecting to your childhood. This connects to past life connections. This connects to your previous lovers. This connects to childhood connections and friendships. This connects to the past. So a lot of your past, I see a lot of past life review happening in you. I see you freeing yourself from limiting ideas that's like, oh, well, you know, I'll be a bad person. Who gives a fuck what they think and what they say and who they telling it to? Because it ain't got no reflection of who or what you truly are. This is what I have for you, my love. Thank you so much for your beautiful purchase today and allowing me to channel these messages for you. It's been extremely empowering for me and confirming for me, and I trust it will be, has been, and will continue to be for you as you come back and watch this over and over again. And somebody else getting a free message out of this. Ain't you so lucky today? Aren't things working out in your favor? All right, until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. And I'm out.